Welcome to Mishna study, Masachet Terumot Perek Mishna Tet. Over here in this Mishnah, we're going to discuss a mixture of Teruma that either grew or shrunk, right? And we'll explain what the exact case is. The Mishnah is going to jump right in. Se'ah Teruma shnafla l'mi'ah. One se'ah of Teruma that fell into 100. Now, Tehanan, you went ahead, you ground it up. You took a mill, you ground it up into flour. Upahatu. Right now, that entire amount, you had 100 of the volume. Let's say was you had 100 cups. Now it came down, and you only have 90 cups left. All right, Kashem. How do you view this now? So Kashem shpahatu halim kachpahata teruma mutar. The same way the halim went down, right? In that same ratio, that same proportion, the teruma also shrunk. So whatever fell in, that's totally allowed. Umutar. Right? Interesting enough, the Yerushalmi actually says over here that even if the holin were nifhat and the teruma wasn't nifhat, let's say the teruma actually didn't shrink, right? But if you had a clean flour of teruma, let's say you removed the psolet, you removed some of the shef around it, and even without the shef, right? The holin has the shef inside, has all the psolet. The teruma also fell in. But if you remove the shef, it would be 1 to 100. Right, you're allowed to go and do so, and it's considered ola ta'ale be'ahadu me'ah, right? Because we have a principle in tinofet shel teruma mitzarefet ima teruma le'esor hachulin, right? The tinofet, like the zift, the lousy part of the teruma is not mitzaref. It doesn't combine with the teruma to be oser the hulin. Right, but aval tinofet shel hulim mitzarefet amacholin alot teruma. Right, but the that residue, that lousy part of the wheat, right, does combine with the hulin to help be mevatel the teruma that fell in. Right, so we actually use it only to your benefit, right, and not to your detriment. Next case is se'at teruma shnafla pachot mimea. Right, now you have teruma that fell to less than 100. Okay, that's going to be meduma. You went ahead, you ground it up, and now it grew a little. Right? Let's say maybe it was a better type of wheat, and it grew. The same way the hulin grew, so to the teruma also grew, and it's going to be asur. Don't think the hulin only grew, now it's going to be a ratio of 1 to 100. No, the teruma also grew, and it's going to be still that ratio of 1 to less than 100, and it's going to be asur. Mutar. Let's say you know that the wheat of the hulin was a better wheat than the wheat of the teruma. So the wheat of the hulin is going to grow, but the wheat of the hulin is not. And you know that it would grow to more of a ratio than the 1 in 100, then it'll be mutar. Next case, se'at teruma shnafla pachot mi'ah. Let's say you have se'at teruma that fell to less than 100. Okay, it's considered meduma. Ve'achar kach naflu sham hulin. Afterwards, more hulin fell in. Now what happened? You had 1 to less than 100, that's meduma. But now more hulin fell in, so now it caused the ratio to grow, and it's now more than 1 to 100. Im shogeg mutar, v'im mezid asur. If you did it if it happened by mistake, then it's mutar. Because the ratio is it's ta'ale, right? It's batel, it's ta'ale. V'im mezid, let's say a person did it on purpose. Right? You're not allowed. You're not allowed to do it on purpose. We have an important rule in the Shas. En mevatelin isur lehatechila. Right? You're not allowed to actually be mevatel, nullify, to cancel out an isur purposely. Right? You're not allowed to do that. And therefore, if a person added more hulin on top of the teruma on purpose, it's going to be an asur. And this is actually a knas. Right? This is actually a fine, right, for the person because he was mevatel. Right, you tried to be mevatel the isur, so now we're going to fine him for doing so. Now, just to point out, every time we say asur, right, what does asur mean? Asur means it's meduma, right? It's affect teruma. Anytime we say it's mutar, it's ta'ale, right? He needs to actually take one out and separate it, and give that to the kohen, as we mentioned. And halacha is exactly like this Mishnah.